Right? Oh,
No.
shit, Jerry, we fucked up when we recorded earlier. We removed that feature where it plays the intro so we could record, and now when I hit the button, we're fucking live introless.
Let me play the intro then. Hang on, guys.
You can
Pretend we didn't do this.
And we'll just pretend that we're not live right now. Nobody.
Yeah, they don't
you
see
didn't
us.
see this.
They don't see us at all.
Come on, Jerry.
And then I know, I'm so sorry, man. Okay, we wanted to do this one.
You fuck with Troy and Jerry?
Of course I do, you fool. What about you? Do you fuck with Troy and Jerry?
Oh boy, I love this show. Does anyone else here fuck with Troy and Jerry?
I have been a big fan since the beginning. Do you fuck with Troy and Jerry?
I love this show so much. Is it time to start yet?
Let's start the show.
Yeah, Troy, what's up? I like this, man. IFWTAJ.
Yeah, that's like one of those Jesus things. We could put that on a shirt. Put that inside of a little fish or a little weed leaf fish. A little fish smoking a weed leaf. I don't know.
Now we're talking.
I don't know. Maybe with a hat with a thing with the round.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Nice. How's it going, Troy? Happy Friday.
Man. I missed you. It's been like 2 weeks since we've had like this stream. We took last Friday off. Little break.
Bro, I started thinking about it just before this. It's been a month since I sat here and streamed with you. Like it's been 4 Fridays.
That's
ago.
right.
Because I mean, last week we didn't stream. The week before we were at your place. The week before we were at your place. So that's like, and then so it's a week before. So it's 4 Fridays ago that I was right here. It feels really weird.
That's right. Weird. It does feel weird to be disconnected again. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think you should fly here every Friday for the show.
Yeah, easily.
And then it's helicopter home. It's like helicopter quick, I think California to Florida is like an hour and a half in a helicopter.
Dude, I'm ready to increase my carbon footprint big time. Let's make this shit go.
We're ready to increase our carbon footprint. That's hilarious.
Going out there Friday.
Since you've been gone, I've especially in the last couple of days, Jerry, I got to tell you this. I've relived a moment that we had together a bunch of times in my head, and I've been laughing about it. And I posted an Instagram story about it when it happened, but I don't think there was enough information there for all of the viewers to really understand what was going on. It was the morning that we left to go to Vegas, and we went to Jack in the Box for breakfast.
Yes.
And we ordered food, and we went to the window, and the girl gave us our drinks and said, "You guys can pull around. You are waiting on your hash browns, and I'll bring the food out to you." And we were like, "Okay." And you pulled forward about a car length, and you were like, "She didn't give me my straws." And you put it in park, and you decided to go leave the car in the drive-through lane and go into the restaurant instead of pulling all the way around. You're like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna go in right now and get straws." And I'm like, "What in the fuck?" And that's when I started my Instagram story. saying like, Jerry just got out of the car mid drive-through lane to go into Jack in the Box and get straws.
Shut up.
And I'm leaving the store, and you were taking forever.
Bro, I
Like,
found the bathroom in there. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I know. I'm gonna say, I'm like, he's not getting straws. He's in there fucking taking a shit. Like, I know it. He got out of the car and he's in there shitting. And then the drive-through girl came out with the food, and she's like, "What the heck? Where's the driver of the car?" And I'm like, I'm just sitting there making an Instagram story, and I thought it was you coming out, and it was her. We were both confused, like, what the fuck is going on? And you were nowhere to be found. You just left me.
I came out just as she was coming in. I felt kind of bad because I literally was just going to grab straws and come out. And then I was like, they ain't ready. I'll go to the bathroom. And then I came out and you had that awkward moment. But yeah, I got the straws too, though. So, but and turns out she did give me the straws. They just fell on the floor in the car. So it was really a bathroom trip disguised as a straw run.
Yeah, well, you could have just pulled around.
No, she wanted me to pull up. Haven't you ever been at one of those where they literally tell you just pull up right to that door? Because they don't want to walk. They just want to come out and fucking hand you the food so you'll leave. They don't want to like walk all over the parking
No,
lot.
she didn't want you to pull all the way around.
Okay. I've seen that before, man. So seen that before. So yeah, man. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So yeah, I miss you, man. I miss being here. This is funky. Yeah, that's weird. We've done 2 streams between now and the last time we did one of these where we were together. So that's nuts. Screwballing, baby.
You see, yeah, the screwball has been kind of winning the reach test, and it's all your fault.
Yeah, it is. And I've got the ace on here because it's just me. Like, it's hard for it's hard for Troy and Jerry to share one ace. That's the bottom line, guys. Like, it was hard because one of us gets a bowl and the other one has to wait for it to recover. So, yeah, when we didn't have the screwball on in Vegas either, right? Was it the ace the whole time? Did we ever have the screwball on while I was there?
Dude, in Vegas?
Yeah, it was all ace, wasn't it?
Often. We always did.
We did. Okay, because we learned our lesson. Okay.
Because I basically ran multiple aces, and then you used the screwball. I would turn on all 3 aces. That way there was an ace ready for anybody else to use as well. Because what I found is I really like doing 2 bowls in a row now. Like, rather than upgrading to the bigger bowl, I'm still liking doing the smaller pinch hitter bowl.
Right.
Really want to get blasted. When I really want to get blasted, I'll do 2 bowls in a row. Like, one, like, and dump it and just immediately fill it. And the bowl is still hot when I'm filling it. Like, that's how fast, like the bowl is hot and I'm like, ow, 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 like, careful. And that's where, to me, the ace was coming up short. Cordless vapes were coming up short. And that's why I went back to the screwball just for that. And it's purely been kind of a reach test thing in the morning. Also, the screwball is easier to turn on for me. Like, it's just a button push on the auber PID.
Oh, gotcha.
And the ace is like the hardware flip switch.
I forgot we had that auber the whole time. That was nice to put the screwball.
It's
Now
nice,
it's all
isn't
coming
it?
back to me. I hit the screwball and the auber in Vegas the whole time. It was at your house that we were on the ace and suffering there for a little bit when it was both of us.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how it all went down, Jerry.
That's how it went down. Check it out, guys. Troy, you may have seen what Troy's got, but I've got one too. We decided to put the bracelets on here. Somebody made that comment on our YouTube when we were showing this a few weeks ago. So anyhow, I've got mine. The Troy, dude, guys, check out the bubbler Troy gave me, man. I came back from LA with this thing, man. So I'm a lot like his. I've got the green. The only difference is I got a little froggy down here.
Well, your mouthpiece connects to the side on up here. No, up top. Yeah. See.
Oh, got you.
Mine's on the top.
Yeah, and show them the mouthpiece you have that I love. That mouthpiece is insane. That's a fantastic mouthpiece.
Yeah. And then I got
like
my Jerry friendship bracelet on here as well.
Jerry. Dude, these are themed so well. Like, yours has a little tie-dye and my name on it, and mine has the green and black and your name on it. She did a great job.
I know. I really like the checkerboard.
Yeah.
I really like the checkerboard.
That was
I want to fully commit to the checkerboard thing, like in my personal vape zone brands.
Okay.
I want to do more of that. But anyway,
I like it. Let me hit this bowl. And then I've got some announcements I'll hit everybody up with here.
Is it about your pregnancy? Because I already shared that on Instagram. I leaked it already.
Well, it's not yours to talk about yet, bro. Come on. You know better.
All right, man. Sorry.
All right. No, man. Listen, guys, I'm excited because things are humming along here at Troy and Jerry. We picked the winner of the Solo 3, the contest that we had going on our site, where we're giving away a whole kit, like not just a Solo 3, but like it comes with this bag, the travel bag, and extra colored stems. And
Dude, hold up that bag. I want to see that bag.
I will.
Hold up your bag, Jerry.
See my bag. See my bag.
Stretch it out. Give us
So
the
it's
bat wing.
got a side pocket here that I tend to keep, like, one of these in or something. And then we got another side pocket over here, which I've got even more stems in. And then the inner compartment, I think, is just one big open space that the Solo 3 will fit in. So yeah, cool little, real padded, lots of padding. So nice little cool little bag that's coming with, so you can run around with that. I'm kind of stoked. This kit is great, dude. People are gonna love this kit. You get a little blue stem. Look at that blue stem.
The blue stem is sexy, and that pack would make a great like shoulder sling kind of bag or a fanny pack.
There's a little hook right here, and then that's really it. So you could hang it on something if you wanted, like if you wanted to get a little carabiner and clippity it or something. So anyhow, but yeah, man, in honor of the winner, let's pack up a bowl in the Solo 3 here.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you who won, man. Let's while we're packing this up, dude, let's play our tune. Let me get our tune. I love this, man. You guys, I know you guys love all our tunes that Emily does. This one is rocking.
Welcome, I'm Dr. Jerry Stickstones, and you all know my associate, Dr. Troy. We're going to spell it out for you today, and it goes S-O-L-O, 1, 2, 3. Vaporizers Solo 3. It's like sucking on a vapor titty. Vaporizers is our Father Christmas. They read our list and they gave us shit like a bigger bowl on demand. An XL stem for an XL man.
Doctor, are you pleased to see me?
Oh yeah, and I'm packing my Solo 3. Yeah, and I'm packing my Solo 3. Vaporizers Solo 3.
I love that shit, man.
That is such a banging tune.
It is a banging tune, bro.
Like
Emily
that could be my ringtone. I would be cool with it. Although I don't want ringtones anymore. I could be cool with that.
You don't want no ringtones no more.
All right. So I've actually been kind of excited to break out my Solo 3. When I posted about this grinder that I've been testing, the Stash 360,
Yeah,
the coarse grind, somebody commented, they're like, that looks like the perfect grind consistency for the Solo 3. I was like, holy shit, you're right.
yeah.
So now I'm testing it. I'm going on-demand mode. What are you doing?
I'm going session at 340. I like to take a longer session, which still isn't very long here, and finish at a low temp and really crush it without going into the char zone. This does it for me.
Okay, I'm in the V mode, the
Nice.
5th on-demand mode. It's heating up
highest.
now.
This is your one and crush it kind of mode.
Yeah, this is probably gonna wreck my evening. Blame the Solo 3.
Yeah, I like the low temps on here. It keeps it nice and tasty.
It's very tasty. Very tasty.
But it's a little more open than the others, but it's still on the restricted side. Yeah, man, we're going low.
This is what I'm vaping on tonight.
Ooh, tell me about that.
Some pink gelato. I went to the dispensary to get a variety, and this brand Traditional was on sale, buy one get one for $1. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll go in there and buy like 4 6/8 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
get a variety. So I walked in and I'm like, can I smell all of these? And I want to pick a bunch of these. And after smelling all of them, the pink gelato just won me over so strongly that like I didn't want anything else. I'm like, just give me 6 of those.
That's great.
I don't see pink Kush very often in America. All my Canadian friends are always smoking on pink Kush, and it always sounds so lovely. And I've had some similar strains to pink Kush, and I know that I like the flavor. So yeah, when I smelled it, I was like, yo, I'm gonna need all of that pink Kush. Like all my money, give me all of my money worth of pink Kush. And I'm gonna go back there, and it's gonna hurt me to buy anything other than pink Kush. But I need to buy something other than pink Kush because now I've got strain lock already on the pink Kush.
Strain lock already. Eventually, you'll get a bit of a tolerance to it, and then you'll be glad to get something else. So,
Do want to point out though, if you're in a situation where you're getting strain lock, multiple vaporizers in your session can help with that. Like just tossing up a different vape signature can help with the strain lock situation. Like
That's
right
true.
now, I'm notably higher right now after vaping the Solo 3. It tastes different. It feels different, even though it's the exact same weed that I've been vaping all week. And the Screwball Solo 3 kicks different.
Yeah, dude. This is a fun vape every time I pull it out. What I like about the 340 setting is I can sit here and milk it forever. And when I'm done, it's pretty well done. Like, that's not, there you go. You got a good little roast there. So like, I like it that I don't have to temp step. It just kind of has a ride to it that works for me. So fucking digs. Let me turn this off. That was awesome. Well, cool, man. Let's announce the winner, man. I know these guys are down. Who won?
Let's announce that winner.
We basically the contest is go to our site, find the page, the blog post, and then make your own post, and that's how you enter. Yeah, I'm a bowl or two in already. But anyhow, all you guys, we had a bunch of really good comments. A lot of people loving their solos and their risers, and I appreciate everybody who entered. This one was randomly picked by someone else, and I get told who won. So the winner is Joshua. Joshua, congratulations! I've already emailed you and told you what to do. Just give me your shipping information. But Joshua wrote a great comment back on February 8th. He said, Troy and Jerry, my lungs want to thank you both for aiding me in my drier vape journey. I'm a longtime smoker of herb, never tobacco. And when I decided to find a healthier alternative, I started watching your videos for some guidance. The vast improvement with my lung health was almost immediate, man. I love to hear that. Even though it's been a couple years now since making the change with a growing collection of vapes, there's still plenty more to explore. Eventually, I'll need to add a Solo 3 to the collection as well as a ball vape. If either of you are ever in Michigan, I would offer a bowl or two. Take care and keep riding on a passage to Bangkok. I love the Rush reference there. That's awesome. So
nice.
Yeah. So Joshua, thanks for everybody. Joshua, thanks a lot. Congratulations. Check your email and get back to me, and then we'll give your information to a riser and they'll ship it straight out to you. So.
It's super cool to hear, man. You're gonna love the Solo 3. It's a great little portable vape, man.
Yeah,
it's a nice little interim for until you get a ball vape. Honestly, like it hits pretty hard. Like the Solo 3 can hit pretty hard.
As a ball vape regular user, I'd say the Solo 3 is one of only 3 or 4 vapes I can think of that's a portable that would give me what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many portables that can hit after you've sat around with a ball vape, and this is one of them that you'll feel it.
Yep. I would totally agree with that.
I love that.
Thanks for watching for all those years too, man. Happy to provide vape help and aids, whatever.
Right. I love that. That's what we're here for, man. Thank you. So congratulations. And
AIDS.
What's that? What'd you say?
We don't want to be giving AIDS. But
did I say we're giving AIDS? Yeah.
No, I think I did.
All right, we're not giving, but we're aiding. We are aiding. We're giving aid, free aid. So, anyhow, man. Another thing, guys, we when we went to Vegas, we got to go check out Dr. Dabber's office, and meet the actual doctor. And Troy put together a video this week that's a lot of fun. You got to check it out. It's a good video, and it also features at the end our latest jingle, which, dude, so good. Here it is.
Yo, hold up just a minute. Troy hit a dab so hard he turned British.
It's a soda stream machine for dabs. Induction e-rig with a fancy amp.
And my favorite mode is the slurping mode, and I slurp so hard I think I summoned the ghost.
Oh no, what on earth do we do?
Come and slurp on this Dr. Dabber switch to.
Dr. Dabber switch to. Dr. Dabber switch to.
Dr. Dabber switch to.
So fun.
Dabs or to turn British.
Dude, that's hilarious. I don't know where Emily got that, but that was hilarious. That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, that's funny shit.
Yeah, dude, that's good stuff, man. So so stick around, guys. Next week we're gonna kick off another giveaway, and you guys we're gonna have some Switch 2 winners around here, so I'm excited, man.
Nice man. I've been enjoying the Switch, but I am all dabbed out this week. Like, done so many dabs this week. Like in our little testing thing, I did 17, 12, like 30, 39 dabs.
Yeah.
Between Monday and Wednesday.
Way to go.
No.
That's Troy doing the Lord's work for you guys.
Man. All with the cool downs, because like I wanted every dab to be under the same criteria. I wanted to be capable of the full like I'm gonna hit every drop of this dab. You know, I don't want to go waste. I don't want to force myself. Like I need to wait like an hour. So I was like waiting an hour between dabs, and damn, I was just ripped all the damn time.
Yeah, dude. It's not fun, is it? It's not fun work at all.
It was fun for like the first 5 hours, and then after that, it was like, what was I watching on TV again? Oh yeah,
I hear you, man. I've found a nice little rhythm with the Switch and the Imbe as far as dose. Like I found a real nice dose to where I can just take a little bit and feel good, or I can go all the way to 3 and get fucked up, and I can kind of dose it in. I like it.
That Imbe goes a long way.
Yes,
like a little bit can go a very long way. When you have high quality hash, a very small amount can go a long ways. And when I did little dabs of the Imbe, when I finished the jar and just like scraped up some crumbles, and it wasn't even enough for like a third of a dab, Jerry.
Yeah,
it wasn't even enough for a third of the dab, but it gave me like a half a hit of vapor. That half a hit of vapor was enough. Like I felt amazing. I was like, holy shit! Like clinging at the desk, even, you know, like powerful. And then I looked back on Vegas, and I remember doing that like half gram glob.
I'm having a hard time dabbing other stuff. Like it just doesn't like it was easy for me to test the proxy because I had that other stuff and it just did not get me high. I just kept running through that because it was not anywhere near as good as the Imbe. By the way, guys, what we're talking about is we're gonna have a video out probably next week about the Switch battery life. And so we were beating the fuck out of the thing all through Vegas, all through LA, and then afterwards. So yeah, we've been going hard on the dabs.
He said hard on.
I love it. I said the dabs too. You didn't catch that one, but anyhow, it's not as funny as hard on.
All right, are we ready to bounce into some vape news?
Yeah, man, I'd love to see some news, man. I miss the community, man.
Let's see if we can pop into some Vaporizer news. Brought to you,
Vape news.
Vape news. Troy and Jerry make me go.
Planet of the Vapes present the Vape News.
Ladies and gentlemen, presented by Planet of the Vapes, this week's Vape News. Here's Jerry. I'm just kidding. It's my turn.
Short segment tonight, gang.
All right, let me bring this up here. Share some screens over here.
Share screen.
I'm gonna do this guy right here. All right, so a bunch of stuff is going on in Texas, and the currently open loophole of hemp and THC is under attack. There's a lot to digest and a lot going on, and community member Geek Liberty has volunteered to do a little news correspondence for us here on this rather than clicking through 5 different links. Let's check in with Glenn right here.
Hello everyone, this is Glenn in real life, bringing you a Friday update for the community focused on all things hemp and Texas. Tonight I'll quickly cover several items. First up, Texas State Senator Charles Perry, a Republican representing Lubbock, filed legislation on February 20th for Senate Bill 3, which is being pushed by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick in the current legislative session. Tony Ling of the Cannabis Business Times reports that the legislation for Senate Bill 3 aims to ban all consumable hemp products containing any form of THC while leaving in place the state's low THC medical cannabis program that incorporates a 1% cap under the state's compassionate use program. License holders under this law would be limited to CBD and CBG containing less than 0.0001% of all other cannabinoids, effectively ending the THCA loophole of the Texas Legislature's 2019 House Bill 1325. The Senate State Affairs Committee has announced a hearing on Senator Charles Perry's controversial Senate Bill 3, SB 3, on Monday, March 3rd at 9 a.m. Those wishing to submit testimony to the committee can provide either email, written, or oral testimony. In better news, on March 10th from 7 to 11 p.m., I'll be covering the South by Southwest Outlaw Party presented by Weed Maps and produced by Grow House Media, located at Four Choices on 401 East 6th Street, Austin, Texas. According to their landing page, this is a one-of-a-kind gathering which unites changemakers, advocates, and allies to champion cannabis reform and support the Last Prisoner Project through immersive experiences, live music, and purpose-driven community engagement. They're building a future where cannabis justice is a reality. Of important note, one of the sponsors, Cash ATX, will be running a 15-strain flower bar with the Vape Ace Kit, so you can probably guess where the majority of my time will be spent. As always, you may follow me on Instagram or chat up with me on Discord with the tag Geek Liberty. This has been Glenn in real life. Now back to you, Troy and Jerry.
Nice. Thanks.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
Glenn
Glenn.
throwing it back. I love it. Our man in the field.
Hell yeah. If anybody else wants to provide news correspondence, just go ahead and post your video up in the Vape News channel on the Troy and Jerry Discord that you see right over here. Next one, if you've been watching the Troy and Jerry Instagram, we posted 3 videos up last week, and there's a blog post up on our site about this new form of cannabis concentrates. Stuff is pretty wild and apparently controversial. It's THCA diamonds turned into cotton candy-like substance. And if you've been watching us, dab it. We posted some information on our site. Go check it out. What else we got up here? California launched World Psychedelic Access Program for Veterans. Oh, man, I was reading about this. This is cool. This is not going to work like this, though, is it? If I do over here, I got to change the way it shares. This is what sucks about sharing windows here. Like, click a window and it opens up in a new shit that's not shared. Let's do it this way.
No worries,
Ooh.
man. We're here. There you go.
Thanks. Nice little story here. Marijuana Moment covers the news real well. As you can see, we've been relying on them a lot in the last few months for this. This is talking about how the psychedelic access for veterans and PTSD people, first responders. That's progress. There's progress happening in that.
That's
front.
just in California. So only
Just in California.
Guys are always leading the way, man. We got to get that rolling.
Redo that window, entire screen. Here we go. This should do.
It's amazing to me how fast the psychedelics are coming onto the scene, the legal scene. Like it's coming, you know.
I wonder what would happen if this really goes through, like Trump talking about taking over the USPS with the privatization. I was reading some of the comments were focused about how under privatization it changes the way that they can search and open packages.
Oh, okay. Is that good or bad for what we like to do?
For people who mail weed, it's probably not a good thing.
I mean, if they're going to line up with the government and turn everything in, I guess. Damn, what the fuck,
dude? This is cool as shit. Old Mate announced that he's doing the Aroma 3 XL version.
Yeah,
and he's doing a pre-order right now.
Oh, whoa! Wait a minute.
He posted on Instagram like an actual like spinny, or maybe he posted it in the 420 Vape Zone Discord, like an actual little video with the grinder in action.
Wow, how big is it gonna be?
I don't know. It says here 83.5 millimeter diameter.
Fucking millimeters.
That into inches. Somebody else can math that for us.
Is that around 4 inches in the chat? What's 83 millimeters?
It's pretty big.
Because this one, the stock one, is probably about 2.5, 2 3/4. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's 2 3/4, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think the new one. 3.26. Is that
3.26 is 8.3 cents. Okay, that's half an inch bigger than this one. That's gonna feel big. It's gonna feel big.
All right, marijuana no longer on WWE's banned substance list. Perfect. Surprised that it was on their list before.
Right, I didn't know they had a list. I mean, all the shit they do. What the fuck they banning anything for?
The data leak. Oh, this is Mars Hydro. This one's got me a little bit fucked up. Mars Hydro had a data leak. All kinds of Wi-Fi and email information leaked for all the people who were using their shit, which includes me. That one includes me. I had a bunch
2.7 billion. That's a huge leak, man. A number of records.
2.7 billion records. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Well, it depends. Like, it depends on how you calculate that number, because like in a database, you'll often have multiple tables.
Yeah.
To house information. Like you'll have like a user table, and then like an address, and then a password, and then all kinds of other tables, and then they're all joined by association, so they're all joined on like a user ID. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll count all of the records and all of the tables. Like if this database was exposed and it had 500 users across 10 tables, maybe, whatever the math is on that, 5,000.
Yeah, so you get 5,000 records. I get what you're saying. So one user could be multiple records.
It depends on the journalistics point of view on how data is labeled. Like, because a record isn't necessarily a unique user record.
I'm pretty sure. And then in this instance, the point of view was to make it as big and scary as possible.
Exactly. Speaking of, naked man allegedly injured for exploding vape pen sues cannabis business. Damn. Can you imagine?
What kind of?
I don't even know if I want to look. He was naked when his vape pen exploded. Did
They're
he
not
have
gonna
it
show,
stored
but-
under his nutsack or something?
Yeah, between his legs while he's sitting on the chair. This is just bad news altogether. But I want to know what kind of fucking vape it was. Like, was it an e-cig or a dispensary weed vape or what?
Gustavo Mendez was standing in his bathroom in a state of undress while using a cannabis vape pen he recently purchased at a licensed Oregon dispensary. There's your problem. When the vape pen exploded in his hands, it was in his hands, injuring him and causing a small fire. Holy shit.
Damn.
At least it was in his hands.
Yeah.
And not like up against his penis or something.
I wonder if it was in his mouth too. Like that'll fuck you up, man. Like those things,
dude.
Fucking A. I mean that's about battery tech right there. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna blame that on vapes, but that's just about battery. You know.
Okay, so Austin launched a vaporizer as well.
Yeah, I think he's on pre-order, right?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the release of it or the talk of it last 2 weeks ago, but yeah, now it's up for pre-order, and I don't think he's named it yet. But, yeah,
that's funny. The Simrel vape, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's it for all of the vape news stuff. Yeah, this is all like stuff that we talked about already. Yeah.
It's been so long, I don't remember if you say so.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I remember talking about something else. So yeah, 7. That's way back. Yeah, we're good. We're good there.
We'll figure something out to go over hits and gear next week. I think so. There's a bunch of them in there, and there's too many to digest in one night. Got to make a video and get caught up, Jerry.
Yeah, you guys have been great putting all kinds of shit in there, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Planet of the Vapes, for sponsoring the vape news this week.
Always.
Well, Jerry.
Yes, sir.
What's on our list? Is there anything else on our list?
I want to have a big long list, but no, you're getting into it now.
I need a third monitor.
Do you? Yeah, I just want a big motherfucker monitor. I want something with I got shit in front of it. Like I got cameras in front of my monitors. That drives me nuts.
Is there an airplane flying by your place?
No, but I am playing with my grinder.
Oh, is that what that noise is? Yeah, I hear like a.
That's my grinder. Here, I'll just take it off though. Now you won't hear it like that. It's when it's on the desk that it makes that noise.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, my bad.
That's all good, man. All right, so let me find my other list here.
Dude, Lead Magnet has triple 55-inch monitors. That's insane. I like that. Triple 55. That's not monitors, bro. Those are giant TVs.
Yeah, might be too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the PC to handle it. That's for sure.
That's crazy, man. It's nuts. There you are.
All right, so I'm going to pack a bowl before we get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic kind of extends from the Champs trade show.
True. Starts there, runs around. We had a good time out there, man. So it's good that we get to keep talking about it.
Yeah. And things were learned at Champs. 420 tree enthusiast. Shout out to Adrian.
What's up, buddy?
He's the one that connected the dots, and he confided in me, and he came to me and he's like, "Hey man, I got a question for you, and it's very, very, very private. Keep this between us." And he said, "If if people knew that Grasshopper vapes, if the people from Grasshopper were at a vape company doing the vape company stuff again, would they be upset? And I was like, yeah, there would definitely be people upset about that. And he eventually confronted Camouflet because he found out that the guy from Grasshopper Vapes was involved at Camouflet, and he wanted Camouflet to be transparent about it. And then he left. He severed ties with Camouflet over this. So we're not here to hang anybody tonight. I just want to promote transparency and responsibility in the community and talk about the vapes involved, because Grasshopper goes way back, man.
Yeah.
Like Grasshopper goes back. Like when I was first getting into vapes, Grasshopper was like a Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign. You know, like it was like Zen. It was like the Zen pen in like 2012, and then they did like the Kickstarter thing, like 2013, like a crowdfunding thing, right?
I don't remember the years. I just remember that it took forever. Like, I mean, I ended up buying 5 or 6 Grasshoppers total over the years, and I waited years for every one of them. Like, it was always longer than you thought it would be. So
Right.
I got them all, but it sure did take a long time. The last one was that olive green that I didn't like. I didn't like the green the way
The IO, right? I still got my green one here too. I gotta get a drink of water here.
For those of you who don't know, the Grasshopper was honestly, and even today would still be a technological marvel. I mean, it was an honest to God pen-sized vaporizer.
Right.
Carry around, look like a pen, would go in your pocket. There it is, right there, and full
cranked out
convection.
some vapor, you know.
Yeah, on demand, full convection. If you use the higher 2 or 3 temps, you need to put it on a bong. So I always complained that then it wasn't a portable vape anymore. So I just had this thing in my pocket I couldn't use the way I wanted. But outside of that, it was amazing. Instant, full convection, portable, pen size. There's a lot of talking points there that most people can't even hit 2 of there, Troy. You know what I mean?
Totally. So I went through some of the fuck combustion threads. There's multiples because this vape is popular and old. And the one thread has like 1,200 pages, and the other thread has like 300 pages, and another thread has like 80 pages. There's a lot to digest. And I could not go through it all. But
yeah, you did.
I spent several hours, if not days, going through some of this shit and kind of put together this little history. Whoops. Can I go one larger? There we go. All right. So 2012 shows up on the scene, Zen Pen. 2013, there's like that crowdfunding launch. It gets renamed to Grasshopper at the end of 2013. Even in 2013, there are fuck combustion people complaining about getting ghosted or getting like not answered. Like they invest and they're not getting responses in the threads and shit like that. There's already little whispers of it. 2 years later, there's tons of discussion about the launch date continually moving. And I remember this. I remember like launching in March, and then March would come and it would change to April, and it would change to July, and it was constantly moving. June of 2015 is when the early backers first started making some appearances of getting their devices in the mail, and it was a very select few. Vaporizer Wizard launched the only review. Vaporizer Wizard had the only review out there for quite a while until Vape Critic got his, and then Vape Critic did not like his. I remember Vape Critic not getting the format.
Okay.
Yeah. 2015 through 2017, 2 years straight, just hundreds of pages. People waiting for their new hoppers. People would buy a hopper and they would be waiting for it forever. And then people would get brand new hoppers in the mail and their hopper would die within 2 days. And then they would RMA it and then they would be waiting forever to get their warranty returned. So everybody was waiting. Like you're either buying it and waiting or returning your broken one and waiting. Meanwhile, anytime somebody talked shit about a Grasshopper, there would be raving fans defending it about how they love it and theirs is amazing. And I bought 9 because I got to have one working at all times. And there are people out there with fucking 8 or 9 of these things because they had to have one. They're like, well, if it's going to be broken every 3 days, I need to be constantly mailing them in. And like people would mail in their broken hopper and just buy a new one in the meantime. And just because they were like $150 or $99 when they launched, 150, 175, $200 for the titanium. It was easily the most loved, most hated, worst reliability vaporizer probably in the history of the last 10, 15 years.
You'd be hard pressed to come up with a bear. Yeah.
Easily. 2017, the price increased 175 to 200. In 2019, there were many FC owners reporting multiple warranty claims. People posting screenshots of all 3 of their vaporizers in warranty. Tons of waiting. Just ridiculous. Several people even reported getting dead units. I remember getting a warranty replacement unit back that did not work. Like after waiting 6 months, my vape arrives, did not work. Just completely dead. I remember them making new promises about the new external charger that was posted in there. They never came.
That thing was cool when it finally came out. Yeah.
There was reports of batteries melting and exploding. There was bad batches of batteries and potential battery recalls. Multiple reports from people about getting loose batteries in the mail, myself included, because when I bought my Grasshoppers, I bought like 6 or 7 batteries, and they were in the box, like not in unprotected, like unwrapped, just like floating around in there.
Fuck.
Scary as fuck.
Can't do that.
Coincidentally, 2019 warehouse fire.
Yeah, what happened there? So their warehouse burned down.
The warehouse burned down. I didn't go through all of the commentary, and it's hard to piece things together from the commentary. But from what I can gather, when they announced that, they did like a 250 Hopper IO pre-order with a $99 reservation price, which also pissed people off because they thought it was like a $99 pre-order, but it was like just a $99
hold it. Yeah.
Hold payment.
Layaway. It's a fucking layaway is what it was.
Yeah.
I fell for that, by the way. I fell for that. I just so you know, I'm remembering now. I've had
I did too with the green.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I've had 6 total of these motherfuckers. I bought 4 stainless steels and gave 3 away. I bought a blue titanium, and that was my favorite. And then I got the green titanium IO. And the IO is what you're talking about here, right? That's the one that was $99. And then they said, oh, that wasn't for the whole thing. God, I remember that.
And this time, 2019, 2020, people on Fuck Combustion and pretty much everybody on Reddit Vaporants were waving the flag, like, avoid this company. Like,
right,
stop with this shit. This is toxic. This guy is a scammer, whatever. Stop support. 2020, there's posts from Grasshopper on Fuck Combustion saying that they're moving the heater assembly in-house, which was the problem for long warranty service. And with heater assembly in-house, warranty times are only going to take 1 to 2 weeks. This was in 2020. And then in
Right.
2021, multiple users are reporting that RMAs were taking 2+ years, and they've been waiting since 2019 on their warranty fixes. July 2022 is when I made the post on my blog saying that Grasshopper's fucking dead. Like they haven't been heard from in 4 months. Multiple platforms are reporting that they have not heard from Grasshopper. They have emails out. They want their vapes back. Even V Goodies, who had been providing customer service for them with helping in interim getting shit fixed pro bono, like even he was ghosted.
Damn.
You know, like he confirmed with me. He's like, yeah, I haven't heard from him in 4 months. Like I called him dead, and I think 3 months later they announced that, yep, we're done.
Yeah, that's
a shit show.
That's a checkered history there, bro.
On that note, like I've worked with smart people who were just not fully capable of running a business. Like you can be a great baker or great at barbecue and suck at the logistics involved in running a business. You know, it's just a matter of knowing what you're good at and knowing what you're bad at and finding people to help you. There's tons of people in our space that fall into this category. Not to point out any obvious ones, but
yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I was getting distracted by the chat for a second there, but
is everything okay in the chat?
Yeah, no, they're good over there. Yeah, I think what the Grasshopper proved about the guy who's still around, his name is Trevor, is that he's a really good vape engineer and probably a really bad businessman. I mean, it's like you want him to make the things, not run it. So, I mean, that at least or at least back then, you know, like you've said, you know, nobody's the same later on. So, but anyhow, because I mean, when I look at the product, if he'd tried to cool the vapor, it could have been in-game shit. You know, everything about it was nailing it, and they did some crazy shit. Like they had to basically invent a new battery. Like that the thing is the size of a AAA, but it's the strength of an 18650, and they had to go and like get those designed and made for their product, and that's why it was such a pain in the ass, because that's not easy to do. It's not easy to manage, and when you have battery problems, you have all kinds of problems. And then I remember too, Troy, like batteries were the big thing. Like people would buy like 6 or 7 batteries and just hope that, you know, they never, you know, because they knew someday you can't get them anywhere else. Like it's the only place you can get them. You know, it's like, I hope nothing happens to these guys, because once the batteries are gone, yeah, see that little dinky thing? It's an amazing battery, but they had to do what nobody wants to do, which is go make their own battery.
I remember when I was testing my Grasshoppers, I bought a stainless one and a titanium one in 6 batteries, and it was basically one battery was basically good for 1 bowl. So I would take my Grasshoppers and my debowler and my weed and my little bong downstairs, and I would sit on the couch with Dexter, and it was like so much fucking work. Like, vape a bowl, take out the battery, put a new battery in, back a new bowl, vape a bowl, take out the battery. Man, this vape is great.
Right. That's so funny, man.
And then I would carry it on the go, thinking like this is amazing for travel, for going to the beach with like on demand. This was really the first battery powered on demand quick heat up vape that produced vapor.
Yeah,
honestly, like I can't think of any other vape before this that you could click it and then hit it and blow a significant cloud or even combust.
Right. On the higher temps, you could get some serious clouds off that thing.
And I recall that little tip being like a soldering iron. Like you pull vapor and you're like, ooh, that's some good vapor. And then the tip is like red hot. And you've now given yourself a tattoo and you look like Angelina Jolie. And this thing came with like that silicone mouthpiece guard.
I hate those. I
That
hate those.
turned so nasty after like 6 months.
I hate those. Yeah. But I used it because you needed it. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. That's interesting. So yeah, that was a good little history. I'd forgotten just about like I'd forgotten the extent of that shit show.
It really was a shit show. Hence the advice to Adrian of, if this guy is still in the industry as a significant role, I think people would want to know about it. I think people would know about it. And from what I've been told from Adrian is Trevor was introduced as a partner to Camouflet, and Adam's business card says co-founder, and Trevor was doing all the payments to 420 Tree Enthusiast for all of the work that he was doing. So like all the payments were coming through on Trevor's account. So Camouflet, Adam from Camouflet, who we've been talking to, states that Trevor is just a consultant or working as like an engineer, like he's more of an employee and not a partner.
Well, yeah, I mean, Adam's official words are, I'm the owner of Camouflet and Trevor's a consultant. I reached out to Trevor after Hopper Labs was closed and asked him if he would be available for an engineering consultant role at Camouflet. That's what he says.
Yeah.
The payment thing I get because they're in Canada, and I know that he was having some problems getting stuff over here, and it was just easier to transfer and do that stuff. But the co-founder thing is interesting. You know what I mean? So what's that? I couldn't hear you. I'll shut up. What?
Is Trevor American or is Trevor Canadian?
He's Canadian, I believe. Yeah, he's up there in Canada.
So they're both Canadian.
Is Trevor Canadian?
That's what I was asking you. Is Trevor Canadian?
Oh, I don't know anything about Trevor. No, Adam is Canadian.
Oh,
I don't know anything about. I've never met Trevor. I don't know anything about him. So, these guys are saying that Trevor's American.
Colorado.
So, yeah. So I think like what he told me is that was just to not have to deal with a whole bunch of red tape. But the co-founder thing is interesting. So, yeah, I mean, if what Adam says is true, he's just hiring this guy as a consultant to do his engineering, and he doesn't have an interest or a controlling say in anything, then that's probably right where you want him. You know what I'm saying? As far as if you want to benefit from his expertise, but not get tripped up by his failures.
Yeah, and to that note, I don't think that we have any evidence to look negatively upon Camouflet or how they've been operating. Like, have they fucked anybody over with pre-orders or warranties? I don't think so. But I mean,
yeah, I'm not aware. I'm sure there's always one or two, but in terms of like a problem, I'm not aware of any problems over there like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we met Adam. We didn't meet Trevor in Vegas, but we met Adam, and we spent a couple evenings or a few hours with him in different occasions, and he seemed genuine in terms of what his intentions were. I know I didn't spend a ton of time with him in terms of being a character judge, but we can only judge Camouflet by their current actions.
Mm-hmm.
Only we can completely hang them for hiring somebody with a checkered past or somebody who has failed in the past I mean, the checkered past is even a narrative. If you fucked people over, which according to the complaints on the BBB, I don't know how much weight you put into the BBB, but there are a lot of complaints about Grasshopper on the Better Business Bureau.
Right.
There's like 13
Sure.
of them.
If this were Trevor's company, I would definitely be saying, "Hey, man, something's not. This could go south." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he is what Adam said, which is he's somebody who's doing the smart work for me on engineering, that actually sounds smart to me. You know what I mean? If that's what's going on. Adam, when I talked to him and got this statement from him, and then he sent that to us later and emailed it.
You want to read that
He
statement?
said, "I'm sorry."
Do you want to read that statement?
I did. I read it earlier. That's what I read earlier.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess I didn't.
Yeah. So, no, I read that. But when I was talking to him, he was a Grasshopper customer back in the day too, apparently. So he remembers what went on, and he liked the tech and saw the potential behind somebody who was doing that, so that when he wanted to start at his company, he's looking for somebody that he liked the engineering side of. So that's what he was telling me. So that makes sense. There's a couple of things there that are interesting. The co-founder is interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like that on a business card is interesting. So
Right. Well, and he, yeah, it's true. And if he has like a silent partner or something, that could also explain that. But I don't know. I also
Right.
come from the philosophy of you put whatever on your business card that you need to put on your business card.
True.
Although I'm not one of those call yourself CEO on a business card. Like I wouldn't put CEO on my business card unless I had like 100 employees.
Mm-hmm. No, I could see that too.
I'm snobbish with the CEO title.
But I want you to describe this thing right here that you said. I'm going to move it up so it's next in the list, because I really like what you were talking about here, where, you were talking about a man not crossing the same river twice.
Oh, sure. Yeah. The saying is, man does not cross the same river twice, for he is not the same man, and it is not the same river. Just saying, people change. The landscape changes, and people change. I've been a shitty person in the past. I've done a lot of shitty things as a youth. There was a time in my life where I was convinced that I was going to be in jail. I was going to be imprisoned. I even considered leaving the country. I did leave the country. Just saying, I've changed. Like I was a hater. I've been a toxic person. I've seen the progression. I've seen the light. I tend to give people second chances, sometimes third chances, sometimes fifth chances. I tend to be an empath and think that people can change. But keep an eye out on it, like watch this company, watch this place, watch this guy. Make sure that it's not going the same trajectory as we went before.
Yeah. No, I like that philosophy too, because I'd rather look at the good side of things most times. In terms of Camouflet, totally different product and a really amazing product. Like I love the Vapor Nerds playground they've given us with this inductor and all the things that it can just heat up because it's metal. You know what I mean? And we can have some fun with that. I love this XL convector. So I dig what they're putting out, and I like the stuff they've got with the Ceramo and that big ass. I don't even know what they're calling the big cap they've got, but that thing hit really good. You remember hitting that? That was good.
Yes, the super capacitor or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I liked it so much because of the cap or because of the really nice stem that Tree Enthusiasts had. That stainless steel glass.
It was a nice stem. Not gonna lie.
It was a pretty bitchin' stem.
Yeah, man. There's something there. You're onto something. So yeah, that was good stuff.
Anyway, I got a green bowl right here. Need to light me.
I can pack a green bowl. Hang on a second. Let me catch up to you. I've got the green right here. It's already ground. I got the green ground. Yeah, man, it's time to do a bowl.
Yeah, so this was been talked about. I don't know how much information is out there. We don't have any NDA, or I don't have any NDA. Maybe Jerry does through Planet of the Vapes or something.
No, I don't have anything with that.
I don't have any NDA. They were showing a Grasshopper like device, but it was square, and it wasn't a working prototype. It was literally just like a machine model, like they cut the parts or made the parts. But it was
I've seen tons of these that never even make it to market.
Oh,
you know,
totally.
like in that condition. So it's not anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a sketch turned to a Google drawing, turned to a metal, make this so it looks fancy on the table. And it very, very well could be a trade show. Like, let's get those on the table so when people are talking to us, we have things on the future to promise. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that. Let's see where that goes.
That was funny because
That
when you and I
moment.
saw that,
Yeah.
it was before I knew anything about the Grasshopper ties. And do you remember I was giving them what I thought was advice, which was like, "Oh, I know a power source that might work for that."
Yeah, I remember that. You were like you were like, "Oh, this is the perfect size for a battery." Like, I know just the battery for this thing. I know who you can contact to get a hold of the Grasshopper. Remember the Grasshopper? You guys, the Grasshopper battery is going to be perfect in this thing. And then that guy's face is like,
That was so funny, man. Looking back on it, I was like, oh shit, man. I was like really going on about that too. Man. If you don't know who it is, let me know, man. I can get a hold of him for you. Probably we'll get that going.
the moment stood out to me in that instance. Like I was standing there and being like, this is weird. Like, that's a weird look. Like, it was weird for you to say that, and it was a weird look. And I don't know if it was the weird look because it was weird for you to say, or if he didn't know, or now I know. Like, now it all, like, all the dots line up.
Right.
Like, oh, like that. Like, imagine how awkward he felt when you recommended the Grasshopper battery.
Well, I was wondering why he wasn't engaging me in that direction. He was just kind of letting me sound. I was like, oh, I guess he's not really interested in this. Okay.
let me call Trevor.
All right, I got my bowl packed, man. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's so good.
Huh.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that was ice cream that time. Oh.
Do you think
what I was messing with?
Do you think with the modern advancement of balls that maybe Grasshopper tech could be even better?
I don't know. I mean, that thing's so small, so I don't know. Certainly you could put them in the mouthpiece to cool shit down. That's an easy one. Drop some balls in that little cavity at the top there. That mouthpiece is just an empty tip. That's where I put some balls.
It's like doesn't it like change the, oh, never mind. I'm high.
Yeah, you are. No worries. Well, so when I look at situations like this, I tend to want to go in the direction that's good for the overall, like the industry, the customers, all that shit. And I'd like to see a Grasshopper done right someday. But like when I look at what what Camouflet's done, I like the direction they're going. And Kellic 41 pointed out something good in our Discord when we were talking about this, in that the same thing kind of happened with the Tiny Mite. Like we would never have the Tiny Mite if we didn't support that vape out of the gate, because they came from the Venus Apollo.
Oh yeah.
And they were having problems delivering these and supporting these, and basically just shut down and disappeared. This vape, I won't get into it, but this is a halogen powered portable on-demand convection vape that when I dialed it in, rocked my world. It was awesome. And it's kind of funny, Troy, what happened with me back in the day. Somebody hit me up on Fuck Combustion and said, "Hey, I want you to beta test a vape if you would." And I said, "Yeah, just send it over." I don't know who it was or anything. I just kind of, it had a good little talking point list. And then this showed up in the mail. Well, actually, one of my older Tiny Mites. One of these showed up as an early beta unit. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, man, this feels a lot like my Apollo. Like, I wonder if." And so anyhow, once I beat it up and reported to him, I was like, "Hey, dude, are you the same dude? Because it looks like the same vape." And he said he was, but he really didn't want. He was afraid that if he did that, if he came out, he was like, "I don't know if anybody's gonna want my vape." And I was like, "Actually, your other vape was really good, and I think you can lean on the merits of your old vape to kind of help this one out, because this vape's fantastic. They're gonna love this vape. All you gotta do is not fuck up the business stuff like before." And turns out they've done a real good job. He went real slow. He did not get way ahead of himself in orders. He did slow production, and he actually took a good 3 or 4 years to get this thing to the point where it was ready for mass market, even though performance wise it was blowing everything away and still does. So I remember that was, I'm glad Kellic brought that up, that happens. And I'm glad that we let this one come back and let this guy have another run. So maybe Camouflet's another story like that. And then there's Dan Morrison, like I'm on my 6th year waiting for my Nomad 2, right
Hold
now.
up. You're on your 6th, like 5 plus 1, 3
Like
plus 3 equals don't fuck around. 6?
Like we're in that year. Like it's been 5 years and we're making the 6th one. I'm in my 6th year. So we completed 5 years of waiting on this vape. And
did you already pay him?
Dude, everybody did. I paid him $500 to get in line, and then it was you're going to upgrade from there. And so I'm now getting the email about it's time to actually talk about the upgrades, and so we'll see what that looks like. But
I've worked with a bunch of high-end artists.
Yeah,
my wife is an artist, but she used to do all the Laguna Beach things.
She's great.
People that do commissions for $20,000-$30,000, they won't take money until they're like 18 months away, unless it's just for like a reservation, like $100 or $500 reservation type of thing. I'm talking like a $15,000 artwork.
Oh wow!
No,
that wasn't the case here,
dude. The people that are doing those $50,000, $100,000 tables,
yeah,
they're not making people wait 5 years.
Hell no.
Nobody in their fucking right mind would pay $20,000 for a table and wait 5 years.
Bro, 5 years. After 5 years, he sent out an email to all of us and said, "Hey, I'm sorry. This is what happened." And what happened was ugly, bro. Like he got everybody's money and was making them, and it just took way longer than he thought, and he ran out of money. And then he had to go make another vape and sell that just to keep going while he had never finished the first ones. So
just to stay alive.
So yeah, so he's been trying to claw his way back out, and now he's finally ready to do these things. And he sent an email saying, "Guys, I'm sorry, I really fucked up." I mean, he was straight up about it. I'm not saying anything he didn't say. And he said, if anybody wants their money back, I'll send it back. We'll clean it up. And from what I've heard, nobody wanted their money back. Like, I didn't ask for my money back. I was like, no, after 5 years, I want the fucking vape.
Sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah. I don't even want the $500 now. I want the vape. So
Plus-
that's still going, and we're those of us who bought it seem to be cool with it to some extent.
Plus, everybody knows that you can double your money with it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're kidding me. I mean, I'm not gonna. That thing's gonna be on my shelf, but yeah, you could, yeah. Well, you think about it though. I mean, let's say I cherry this thing out, which I would like to, and I get up to $800-900 on this thing. You take that, you take in a 6-year wait time. You know, I don't know what the cost is or the price is for not having to wait 6 years for something.
I only waited 2.
Did you? Okay.
Mine was less than, I think it was even less than 2. I think it was like 19 months or 20 months. Like it was less than 2 from what I remember. But even then it was long enough to be like I feel that, like I feel that little sting of like, hey, I paid somebody like $667 and they haven't delivered anything yet, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's lurking, you know. And sometimes like when my wife will remember, like, whatever happened to that vape where I chose the wood? I don't have it yet. You know?
That's right. I'm asking that same question, honey.
Yeah, I can't imagine 5 years later. Like I have ADHD, so like time is already a fucking construct written on a rubber band that is going woo woo wee woo wee woo constantly. So judging 5 years and comparing it to 1 or 5 months even is difficult for me.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that turns out. But you know, I don't know. I don't know how this plays into all the conversation here. It's just that it's nothing new, and this is just stuff that, you know, there's a lot of other weird shit that doesn't line up with this situation that we're not bringing up, you know. But these lined up really well. You know what I mean? So, we'll see, man. I mean, I'm excited to one day, you know, show you guys my Nomad 2. If we do, we're gonna have a whole fucking show about it after 6 years of waiting, motherfucker.
I don't know about a whole show, but
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, we're 6 years. We're gonna condense that into 90 minutes. Oh shit. How are we doing over here on our checklist? Are we good?
yeah, there was a couple other talking points, but I don't know how to hit them without just like bringing them up. And I also don't want to needlessly piss people off talking about G Pen. You know, the G Pen, like that's one company that has proven that that they're able to turn it around in terms of making better products. Like I don't think there's any shit products on their vape line now. Maybe the Dash and those little bitty ones, but they're not terrible. They're still decent little starter vapes. They're nothing toxic like the original G Pen Elite, that one that tasted like ass butter.
No, they've come a long way. I mean, I think the Elite 2 is a respectable vape.
Mm-hmm.
There are other stuff I can easily find fault with, but they deserve with what they've done in the past on their vapes. So, but man,
the Dash Plus,
it doesn't go away, does it, dude? Like, I mean,
no.
We talked about the Elite 2 being a good vape years ago, and it's and as far as the online community, they're in the same boat. You know what I mean? As they were before.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens, man. It happens.
They faked it until they made it. Yeah,
that happens too, right?
I got a bowl.
You got a bowl. Well, cool. I'll do a dab. I'll load up a bunch of stuff in my Switch too.
I am so dabbed out.
I'm not dabbed out yet. You know, like I told you since LA, I've been just dabbing. Like I was using this Switch 2 by choice, like just because. So it was easy for me to do the battery tests. And that's because of that trip. Like I was using it some before the trip, but after I got out there with you, got some really good concentrate and got this carb cap. The carb cap is probably the biggest difference for me. That thing just
dude. Oh yeah.
forget about it.
I think we can show it now.
Oh.
Did we ever?
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, why not? Here, if not, sorry guys. There you go. You got yours right there.
It's like a little tiger or something on the one side, some yin yangs.
Oh, dude, that's all kinds of crazy shit on there, man. That is dope. Yeah, look at all that crazy stuff.
Up in the neck, there's like
On the neck, I was just starting to look at that. That's insane. I can't get over that. Those are amazing.
I really like it. They're $175 worth.
Yeah. They got to get a functional one down to 40 or 50 bucks and then eventually include it with the thing. And then they'll be right in the sweet spot. Right in this. I mean, I think they're doing great already by including this best in class fucking hot knife. This thing is great with the 2 different modes. I fucking love that thing.
Yeah. I hated that pen at first, and then I figured out how to use it. Now I love it.
It's different.
Sometimes it's just a user error.
Well, it's just different. Like I'm used to double clicking, and this one, if you double click, it immediately turns on and then off. You know, you're supposed to just hold it in and then let go when you're. It's totally fucking with me. So it took me a while to figure it out.
Wait, this one. This is a click to turn on and off one, whereas the other ones are hold it to heat up, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, you click it once and it goes on. You toggle it on and off with just a, yeah. And then you click it again to turn it off. Exactly. That's
Yeah, or you can double click it and it'll heat up in the other heating temperature.
Which is real low and doesn't drip anything off.
It's perfect for fresh press. Like when you got fresh press that's really sticky, you can use that low one and like carve out a little dab.
Okay.
And then come in with your dab tool and pick it out. It surprisingly well works very nicely.
That'll be good with that fresh Imbe then.
If your Imbe is still sticky.
Well, I've got one more dab of what you've seen that's kind of dry but not horrible, and the other one never even got opened up, so it's probably fine because this one, when I got home, it was drier, but it's because I opened it in the desert and then brought it here, and so it sat there with desert air in there for a while.
I haven't opened up my second one yet.
Me neither. That's what I'm saying. I think it'll probably be a lot like it was the first day you opened it.
I doubt it, but I hope so.
Do you think that's more air and oxidation or temperature related?
I think it's both. But since ours has been sealed, it should just kind of like turn into like a opaque butter.
Yeah.
And I think we should be able to whip it into a nice batter consistency.
Yeah, because it won't be dry because it wasn't opened.
Right.
Cool. Not like ours. Damn.
Maybe next week. What are we doing next week? Oh, next week we're flabbing. I can open it next week.
Next week is going to be insane.
Yep.
I'm almost dialed mine in. I was about to dial it in the other day, and then I discovered the broken banger, but now I'm ready to get it back going again. So
yeah. Next week we're going to be twaxing and flobbing.
Twaxing and flobbing. No, flobbing and flabbing.
And twaxing.
We're going to do it all, bro. and do it all.
Yes, it is.
Why is that? Is that my fault?
Yeah, because you're not wearing headphones.
But you're not wearing headphones.
Yeah, and I'm rebelling and not wearing headphones because you're not wearing headphones.
Oh, are you coming in over my mic too? Because I got you on speakers.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I can hear myself in your microphone sometimes.
You have to listen. Tell me how bad it is. We'll see. But yeah, next week, dude, we're gonna get fucked up. You're really fucked up next week.
Yeah, I didn't get all. I guess I had a few bowls, but I didn't get Rockstar annihilated tonight. Did all right.
Should we give it a good go here at the end?
I had a really nice vape sesh last night. Watched the sunset in San Diego.
I saw your post. That was a beautiful spot.
And then I got a parking ticket.
I was about to say, like, how did you score that spot? I guess you weren't supposed to score that spot. Yeah, fucking parking ticket.
Would have been fine if I had just paid the meter, but I did the thing where I'm like, you know what? I've been here so many times and I've never, ever, ever, ever seen a parking enforcement car moving around.
Yeah.
Turns out there is.
Right. I went for a bike ride today and we took a detour and we ran into an intersection where there was a police person stopping cyclists and telling them they had to stop at the stop signs. And we were like, what the fuck is she doing? Nobody on a bike stops here. They're trying to stop the e-bikes. They're trying to get them to stop. But these are some guys who were like training. And so I know they were flying at like 20 miles an hour through the neighborhood is probably what it was. So she was like, yo, man, that, because they're going to get killed, bro. If I come through a four-way and you're flying through on a bike at 20 miles an hour, I'm not going to see that shit. You're going to be a couple houses down before I get my car in your way. And then it's all over, you know? So that ain't going to work. So anyhow, we saw that and that was like, well, damn, man, that sucks. Cause I was about to go on a nice long bike ride, but not if I'm going to stop at all the fucking signs. Oh, I don't know where she was from, man.
Yeah. Yeah. In California, bicyclists just ignore all the rules.
Doesn't everybody behind anything that moves ignore the rules out there, man? Like cars, bikes, all of them.
Not where I live, man. Like where I live, all the roads where the speed limit is like 40, 45, they're doing like 30.
Troy's taking it on, by the way, folks, to average it out to the speed limit because he's going about 70, so he's to 45 for you.
My car does the thing where it shows my trip and it shows like the average speed, and it drives me nuts when I see it so low. I'm like I've been on the freeway. Why is my average speed 22 miles per hour? That's fucked up. Like I gotta change that.
It's all those stop signs in your neighborhood.
Yeah, it could be. That's why I don't stop at those.
That's right. I'm gonna put down another bowl of ice cream here.
I finished my ice cream last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was good.
Glorious. I got the giggles from it.
That's awesome.
I realized how much trouble I'm in, man. Like the internet was really like invented in 95, but it didn't really start blossoming until like 1999. And I wasn't a cat person, Jerry. I wasn't a cat person growing up. I was always a dog person, and I rejected cats. And my coworkers knew this. Like I even told you that they even subscribed me to like Cat Fancy magazine.
That's fucking funny, man.
Just to fuck with me, you know, like I was not a cat person. And I always knew that there was a lot of cat content on the internet, but I always ignored it because I wasn't a cat person.
Yeah.
And now that I have a cat, I realize how much better cats are than dogs. And now I feel like there's 20 years of cat content on the internet that I have to like catch up on.
Yeah. That's funny. I was watching some this morning. They're always there. You can always get a new one. They're cute.
Dude.
That's fucking hilarious. You and the cat thing, dude. Getting you the subscription though. I love whoever those people are. That's fucking a brilliant way to go. Let's get you a subscription to a cat magazine.
I caught some looks from the family the other day, dude. Haku had his cone on, you know, and
Yeah.
I was holding him, and Haku was like nuzzling with my face. He was like smushing his face against my face, you know, in like the little loving, affectionate way. But it meant that his cone was essentially like,
oh, right,
trumpeted up against my face.
Yeah,
I was just allowing it. I'm like, man, we're cool here, like snuggling with the cat. But my daughter did the remembered for the first 15 years of her life when she wanted a cat, and I said no because I'm allergic to cats.
yeah. You're not, are you?
No.
Oh, you got away with it. That's good.
Well, I always thought I was though. Like whenever I was around my friend Ryan and his cats, like I would get all itchy-eyed and sneezy. Like it would just make me have like a allergic reaction. But in retrospect, his cats were like barn cats. They were always like in the hay. So maybe it was the hay that was making me itchy and sneezy.
Okay, I got you.
And not the cats. I didn't learn correlation does not equal causation.
Right.
Until an older age.
Cool. Bro, this stuff is great. Oh, I'm starting to feel it now. Oh, I had something to say and I forgot what it was.
I think I might get another cat.
Yeah. There's a lot of cat stuff on the internet. Endless of that shit.
Should I go meet Cal tonight? Should I go to this party in LA?
Yeah, why not, man? Have some fun. It's like 7:30.
Shit. Looks like a fancy party though, Jerry. Probably have to wear pants.
Far out, man. Yeah, I know you got a pair. I saw them.
I do. I have two pair. Why is it a pair?
Probably because you got the two legs in there for some reason.
Right, but is there ever a pant that is just for one leg? Like chaps are not called pant, assless pant.
I don't know what the pant part means, but I've heard pant leg before.
Huh. Pantalones.
Oh, that's what it comes from. Okay.
I don't know. Chill Mike might just be making shit up. I don't know.
But that makes sense. Pantalones.
Yeah,
That's real. That's a real
fancy,
Spanish
huh?
word right there, man. So that's a
Is
legit.
it?
Yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
real word?
Pantalones.
If you say so.
That's Espanol, man.
Okay. Pantalones.
Mm-hmm. So pants, that works. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that just implanted some weird thing in my brain that I'm gonna ring the buzzer 6 years from now on like a Thursday night trivia night at some random bar, and I'm gonna think I know the answer, and I'm gonna say pantalones, and then we're like, that's wrong, dipshit.
Right. Bro, that happened to me exactly. I was at a trivia night a little more than a month ago, and they asked a question, and after I said it, I started to doubt myself. But it was the kind of thing where the answer came right away. You know, I was like, "Oh, I know that one. It's Amen Corner," And everybody's like, what the fuck? And I'm going, you guys have never heard of Amen Corner? And then I started wondering. I was like, and then once we were able to Google it, we Googled and I was right. And they were even to tell me which holes it was. I think it was like 12, 13, and 14 or something. But it was just like that. It just came to me, but I don't know why. And then I started to doubt it. So that sometimes those answers just show up like that at the trivia. And that's what's going to happen to you with pantalones. Where does the word pants come from? And you'll go, pantalones. Somebody go, what the fuck are you talking about? And they'll go, correct.
or yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was on the academic team in high school, and it was all trivia like that. And we would go to other schools and compete in this like Jeopardy style game. I would always get high before going, and then it was just like a fucking video game to me. I would just like ring the buzzer and blurt out the first thing that came to my mind, and so many times I would be right. Like, what are the exports of Spain? Like, hit the button. Beans.
Beans and tequila. No, that's Mexico. Okay.
No, but I got it. Like, the beans was I got it right.
You got it with beans. That's great.
And I remember doing all the math in my head. Like, the bonus questions would be math, and they would be like they're gonna project the math equation for us to solve, and everybody would fucking rapidly pull out their paper and their pencils, and I didn't have any paper or pencil, and I would just be sitting there, and all the people that weren't participating would like be looking at me and laughing, right. Like that guy doesn't know math or whatever.
Right, poor guy didn't bring a pen.
And then I would buzz in and fucking get it. I was just doing the math in my fucking head, like Rain Man.
Rain Man, 26, 26, 26.
Yeah,
that's my boy. That's my boy.
Right. I was high as shit because me and Chris White smoke a joint for Nerd Bowl. We called it Nerd Bowl.
Nerd Bowl, right on. You were crushing that shit. How old were you?
Probably 16.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Quiz Bowl.
Quiz Bowl.
Our school called it the academic team to make it look fancy, but other schools, it was Quiz Bowl. It was like the Quiz Bowl competition.
Corporate make money name. Right on. Oh, I'm good. That was good. I have not done flour in a while. That shit is baking me.
Yeah. I'm pretty baked from this pink gelato, but not gonna lie, I really need some flour variety in my life.
Are they still doing the one for $1 thing where you can get 2 different ones cheap?
No, I think it's on Thursdays. I don't know. This dispensary has like different deals depending on the day. I want to go get those half-ounce bags because I think those are the best value.
But not if you've had all their strains.
Exactly. It's like all the same strains. It's like super runts, gelato mints, lemon cherry gelato, LA pop rocks, and I think that's it.
We had those first 2 with us in Vegas, so yeah,
they're wonderful.
They're great.
Yeah, I've probably vaped 3 ounces of those strains in the last 2 months.
Each,
yeah.
It's crazy. Damn.
Yeah. But they're $120 an ounce.
God, that's so good, man. That's so good. What a deal. Fucking A. All right, man. Well, we good, man?
We're good, man. Next week,
wrap it all up.
Bring your dabs, bring your flour.
Yes.
Next week, we're combining them in a whole new way.
You're going to fuck it up. You're going to love it. Bring them.
Bring it. Yeah, I guess somebody needs to
Now wait, if we want to get the ending, do we have to do that first? Because of remember the buttons were fucked up this time.
Yeah, let me fix that right now. Thanks. Thanks for bringing.
And did we have the old? Was that the old startup this time? It felt like one version old. I couldn't tell.
I don't know. That's
All
a good question.
Well, while Troy fixes this thing, I just want to say goodnight to everybody out there. What's up? From Vape, what's up, Tyler? Ploops.
Yeah, say goodnight.
Charika.
Hit up the website, leave a comment on that cotton traits video. Watch those videos if you haven't already. There's 3 videos that we did on the cotton traits. God, it's a fucking tongue twister. And I separated them into 3 videos for YouTube because I wanted the first 2 videos to be not age restricted. I wanted them to be like there for those words. So when people search for cotton traits, will actually show up, because whenever the video is age restricted, YouTube doesn't recommend it in any of those algorithms. So if you search for cotton traits, our shit would never show up. But in the 3rd video, I wanted to show us dabbing them and how it actually hits. So that one's full on Troy and Jerry mode. But you can watch it on our website, or it's age restricted on YouTube.
Yeah, and we'll I guarantee you we'll have some next weekend. We'll hit some of that while we're flabbing and flobbing. It's good stuff to flab with.
Good stuff to flob with.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, man. Next week. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, you guys are dope. Appreciate you.
Ciao.